Hey, what's up guys, this is Mr. Bob, and welcome back to a brand new Mii Maker video. And today we're going to be doing Soldier from Team Fortress 2, which is really cool. Now, I have plans to do other TF2 characters, but I thought Soldier would be pretty easy to do and just overall a good representation of the game. And I overlooked some of the other ones, like I had a suggestion to do Pyro, but it looked kind of weird and kind of hard, so I'll try to make Pyro and other characters like that. But I figured Soldier would be pretty easy to do, and it looks pretty good. I mean, just for what it is, it looks like Soldier. You could sort of, if you know anything about TF2, you could tell that character with the helmet over their face and their nose and their mouth mainly showing that you could tell that that's pretty much Soldier. And also, something kind of cool is you could really have it on red or blue. Now it looks better on red because the leather sort of matches the outfit itself, like how it looks in red. But you could really do red and blue if you want to have like a fight with your friends with two different Team Fortress 2 characters and the red and the blue team. You can do that. So let's get into it. So let's go over to our Mii Maker real quick. And go all the way down here to Soldier. And also, something neat, you could fit TF2 into the name if you want. There's 3 extra characters you have. So if you really want to, you could put TF2 Soldier or something. You just can't have a space. But that's up to you. So it's just all up to you. And then also, I'm going to go ahead and take the helmet off. Just for now. And then at the end, I'll show you how to remake it. But it's not that hard. But basically, I'm going to take the helmet off because obviously Soldier does have a face under the helmet. No, it doesn't look perfect. I mean, the proportions are a bit off with the nose and everything. But I thought it would be a bit cool to actually have the face under there instead of just being sort of lazy and doing random eyes and stuff. Like, assuming you know this is Soldier, you could kind of tell that sort of looks like his face. But anyways, let's get into it. And then again, we will do the helmet once you are done making the face. So, the face, you're going to want to do that one. Now you may be a little bit confused, like it's not the best representation of Soldier's actual face structure. But again, with Mii Maker, the tools we have here aren't, I mean, a better way to say this, the tools we have are limited. So, basically, you're going to have to do a small little head if you want the best effect for the hair to actually look like a helmet and not just hair. So, yeah, you're going to want to do that small head there. Again, I did try it with stuff like that or that. It just doesn't look as good. It looks more like Soldier's head, maybe, but not the helmet. Okay. Here, we're just going to want to do that right there. And then for this, I'm going to want to do those 2 lines right there. In the color, just do that one. Just slightly tan. Eyebrows, you're going to want to do that one right there. And again, if you want, you can skip over the eyes and the eyebrows as you don't really see them in game. I just think it's a cool little thing because obviously in TF2 he actually does have eyes and stuff. So, yeah. So it's kind of like a little Easter egg or something, I guess you could say. But you're going to want to do that eye and that position. I'll give you a second to copy that down. Okay, so yeah, basically about 3/4 the way up, and then everything else near that lower sides. Rotation is about even. I think I can't really tell actually. But yeah, basically, this part isn't too important, but you should be able to match it up with how it is on screen. It's not that complicated. And for the color, I'm going to do show more and do that color right there. Again, it's not that important, and this is also This is the Mii you can do on any console if you want, like without the custom colors. So if you want to, you could just do any of these colors. It doesn't really matter. The nose, you're going to want to do that nose right there. And then you're going to want to do that position. I'll give you a second for that. Okay. Now we're going to do facial hair, where we actually don't have any because the facial hair we have is on the actual face category. Gender, male, no glasses, hairstyle, we're going to go over that in the end, just so you can do the eyes correctly. So the eyes, you're going to want to do that eye right there, and then that position. I'll give you guys a second for that. Okay, hopefully you guys got that down. If you didn't, you could always pause, rewind. Basically, the most important part about getting the position of the eyes is that it doesn't show under the helmet, but it still looks like a reasonable representation of soldiers' eyes. And I think that's a pretty good job of it. You could do your own proportions, whatever you'd like. You could just have no eyes or no eyebrows at all if you want. It's all entirely up to you. In the color, I just went with that blue right there. I didn't go too in-depth to it. I know soldiers' eyes are sort of blue, so that's good enough. In the mouth, I mean, obviously soldier makes a bunch of different faces. There's not really a sort of grinning, angry face in me. Like, if it was this or this, but upside down, it would look a lot better, because that's sort of a look that soldier gets. I think this is the best version of that we have, because it is like a sort of downward facing mouth, but it has teeth showing. So I think that's the best representation we have. Again, you could do any really expression you want. If you do want them to be happy, you could do something like that and then change the proportions. But I think that with this position I'm about to show you is pretty good. So here's the position. I'll give you guys a second for that. Actually, it shouldn't be that hard. Just slightly below the middle of going down. You can sort of match it up with how the nose is, assuming you did the nose right. And then the size is like all the way almost up, just a tiny bit off from being fully big. And then the sort of squishing it down, just squish it down all the way you can. And the color does not matter at all. There is no mole. The body, I just did all the way big and then slightly weight higher. I don't know. That just sort of looks like soldier. Again, it doesn't matter for Smash Bros. And the favorite color is red. Now, you want to go to the hairstyle to add the helmet in. And you might think that would be a good helmet or something. Honestly, I just think that hairstyle looks way better. So you would, and then also it will have to be red. And in TF2, soldier's helmet is not red or blue. It's just sort of like gray. So yeah. So this hairstyle looks way better in my opinion. So you're gonna want to do that hairstyle, and that pretty much looks like a helmet. Then for the color, you're gonna want to do that gray right there. And you could experiment with the different grays. I honestly just think that one looks the best. The one it's in the bottom all the way left to the right one. And I honestly think that one looks a lot like Soldier's helmet. And it even sort of shares that look all the way around. Something you'll see with some of the Mii's, like Thanos, for example, it sort of looks weird in the back, but it doesn't matter too much because you don't really see the back of the head in Smash Bros. But this one sort of looks good all the way around. It really does look like a helmet, which is really cool. And yeah, just have the color. If you are on any console, you're not on Switch, you could do that color. You could just do straight up black. Honestly, I think straight up black would be the best. No. Yeah, if you are on any console, just do straight up black. But if you're on the Switch, you can do that one, which is more close to the actual look than the black one. Okay. And that's pretty much it. The favorite color, you could do red or blue. It's up to you. Whichever team you want the soldier to be on. I think the more recognizable TF2 color is red. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Name it soldier, TF2 soldier, soldier TF2, whatever you want. And just go ahead and press done. And now to make him in Smash Bros. So here I have the name as soldier. Headgear is none because his hair is his headgear. The outfit is steampunk getup. Now tell me if I'm wrong on this. I cannot find any that look better. I mean seriously, I think high-tech armor is sort of maybe, nah. Honestly, the only one I've found that really looks like soldier at all is the steampunk getup. I think that is safe to say that this is the best one for any TF2 characters. I don't know, they don't really give us that much variety with outfits, which is kind of disappointing. Hopefully they add more DLC ones like they did with Tails, but obviously with non-licensed characters, just like, I really want them to do more stuff like this, where it's just like their own creation. Hopefully they'll add more DLC like that, or just make new free ones or something, I don't know. But for now, I think Steampunk Getup is the best one we have. Color should be red. And then, this isn't exactly like Soldier, obviously, but it's the closest to the general playstyle of Soldier, I guess. So, grenade launch, you could think about this as just sort of shooting a rocket. I don't know. I mean, the other ones aren't. The other ones are way less realistic, so that's the best one. It's the closest to the actual thing. And Soldier does have grenades, technically. Well, not really, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just the best out of what we have. He doesn't really, it's not really part of his general playstyle in TF2, but it's close enough. Gunner missile, obviously. He just shoots missiles out of his rocket launcher. Lunar launch, this is the one I found closest to a rocket jump. Cannon jump kick, not really. I mean, it's the same sort of rocket jump thing, but it just doesn't go high enough for it to seem like a rocket jump at all. I think the lunar launch, it really does feel like a rocket jump. And the down special bomb drop again. The other ones just don't match at all, so it's better to have fire and explosions and whatnot, because at least that sort of fits the idea of TF2. And you're just going to press OK, and for the voice, type 11 high. Here, let me turn up the volume a little bit. I think that sort of sounds like Soldier a little bit. I don't know, I think it's good enough. And then, yeah, here it is in testing. So that sort of does look like a rocket jump to me. And it also does damage to enemies, which obviously it would in TF2. And then you can sort of just spam rockets like that. Yeah, I don't know, I think this is pretty good. Yeah, and then that, obviously, that's not really like how Soldier plays, but it's close enough. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this, and see you in there later.